Touhou Lost Word has a lot of characters. Some good, many bad ones. With anything, there always will be the worst in any game, and Lost Word is no exception. It has a lot of contenders for the worst in this game. It can contend from too situational, too weak, or simply outclassed. A few characters fit into one or two of the criteria, but what if there was one character that fit into all three? Who? This green fairy? Yep, her name is Daiyousei. The fairies in Lost Word are not known for being strong, but Daiyousei is an exception, and not for the right reasons. Oh great. You know it's a bad sign when the spell cards don't do any damage. So, is Daiyousei really the worst character in the game, or does she have something that makes her good? Let's find out. There are a few things that make a strong character in Lost Word. High damage, good shield breaks, and nice support. A character like B3 Touhou has extremely powerful farming spell cards, the ability to break a few elements, most notably water and moon, and being the best healer in the game. Even having the rare ability to dispel stat debuffs. She is a character that everybody wants to get. Now, what does Daiyousei have? Well, yeah, doesn't look too nice. Now, before we see if she's actually useful or not, let's overview on what she is and what she serves. Daiyousei is a support fairy who is able to boost up the party's yang defense, attack, and crit accuracy, and being able to heal the party too. To put it in short, her role in the team is to support the stronger members by buffing them. She is somewhat doable in groups, but if a character can stand on their own, then they can exceed in teams. For example, Medicine Melancholy does not have any team buffs nor have good damage, but her last word is extremely powerful for farming stages, most notably the Witch of Scarlet Dreams card farm. What can Daiyousei do on her own though? Nothing. She does pitiful damage on her spread and focus shot, but does have barrier breaks at level 3 if you are desperate enough. The most notable piece of evidence for Daiyousei haters are her spell cards. If you see some green text in the corner saying aid, run. Daiyousei is one of the few characters that has aid spell cards. Cottonly Fairy and her last word, Everyday Magic. They don't do any damage, but rather exclusively give buffs to the team. Cottonly Fairies gives the party both one level up of Yang defense and crit evasion for 3 turns. Yep, you know that's a good sign when Ringo can do something similar, with only a skill set. Everyday Magic gives the party both 4 levels of evasion and yin defense up for 2 turns, plus 40% healing. This is easily Daiyousei's best skill set, since 4 levels up of anything is nice to use, especially in Lunatic and the Scarlet Devil Tower levels. Her last word does come in use since it's her strongest way to heal the party, but thanks to her low health pool, it's not very efficient, especially since healing works based off the healer's max health. So with max health Daiyousei and using her last word, each character is getting 1920 health. It's not good, but it could be worse. More on that later. Her 2 A's spell cards are useless for damaging anything. However, you might notice that I left out her 3rd spell card. Let's just say it's a little stupid. What the hell is this? Changling is the only spell card of hers that can do any damage, and an extremely funny one too. She drops an anvil on her enemies, how is that not funny? This spell card is infamous because at max power, it can deliver a 6 metal barrier break, with literally the weakest character in the game. At high level play, this is literally her only utility. Potentially, she can farm using this spell in the right story card combo. I don't know why, but I suppose the meme farm needs to exist, so thank you Daiyousei. According to the Game Press wiki, the best spell cards to use for her are ones that increase spirit power like the Witch of Scarlet Dreams for Cottonly Fairies since they don't do damage anyway. Valued tools of the trade for Changling since the accuracy can be used for metal breaks, and for her last word, you know, it's a really good sign when even the guide says you're doing a bad job if you use Daiyousei. It does recommend that you use some spirit power cards for her shots, so if you are dedicated enough to use her, that's your best bet. Alright, so her spell cards aren't exactly a knockout of the park. So what about her skills? For starters, Fairy Cheer provides 2 levels of crit accuracy for 2 turns. Fairyland of the Fairy Tales provides a level of Yang attack and defense for 2 turns, and her Healing Wish, providing 25% healing for the party. Not nice. At max level, it provides 1200 HP. That's it. Even Lily White can do better with her weakest healing move. Daiyousei's characteristics are not something worth noting either, like damage from sharp bullets down, really? However, Daiyousei does have something that can save her, Fantasy Rebirth. How much does it change her stats? Well, her healing increased by a lot, which does make her healing skills a bit more viable, like placing a blueberry in a cup of water. The rest of her stats have only slightly changed, but hey, she has a nice costume, so I suppose that makes it worth it, right? Daiyousei is such a meme character, like Bowser in Melee. Yeah, they can pull off a once-in-a-lifetime play, but literally every other character is better in this game. Some people will argue that Sakuya or Raisin are worse, but at the very least, Sakuya's spell cards can actually do damage, and Raisin, despite having 8 spell cards, her last words debuffs are pretty useful at least. The only time you will ever see somebody use Daiyousei is if they are just starting out the Lost Word journey or are a big simp for the Green Fairy, and hey, I'm not judging. If somebody is at level 127 and using Daiyousei in battle, that is a massive red flag, and they need to get help immediately. Alright my brothers, so if you like the new format of this video, please tell me in the comments, and tell me if I missed something because I very likely did. In the meantime, I gotta go because Cirno is holding me at gunpoint. Help.